Hello everyone and welcome back to CBSE TechTalks. Today we are going to begin a very interesting topic, that is Introduction to Web Services. Every day we use websites like Google, YouTube, Amazon and CBSE official websites. But have you ever wondered how these websites actually work? How does your browser know where to find a website? What is the role of HTML, XML, web servers and web hosting? In this lesson, we will answer all these questions step by step. So let's begin. So first of all, the learning objective. By the end of this lesson, you will be able to explain what the World Wide Web is, understands HTML and XML, differentiate between HTML and XML, explain domain names and URLs, understand websites and web browsers, determine web services and web hosting. So let's begin with the World Wide Web. Many students think that Internet and World Wide Web are the same thing, but they are not. The Internet is a global network of computers connected together. The World Wide Web or WWW is a service that runs on the Internet. It is a collection of millions of interlinked web pages that we access using a web browser. You can think of an Internet as a network of roads, while the World Wide Web is like the vehicles traveling on these roads. For example, when you open YouTube or Google in your browser, you are using the World Wide Web. The WWW was invented by Sir Tim Berners-Lee in 1989. Notice the simple flow: user, browser, internet, web server, and then websites, or you can say web pages. The next one is HTML. HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. It is the standard language used to create web pages. HTML does not perform calculations or make decisions. Instead, it tells the browser how to display text, images, tables, videos, and hyperlinks. Every HTML document begins with the tag HTML. In generally consists of two sections. One is head and the other one is body. The head stores information about the web page, while the body contains the content visible on the website to the users. Here is a simple example: HTML. Under HTML we have head. Under head, title. In title, the title name is given as my first page. Then the title need to be closed. These are container tags. And then head need to be closed. Again, head is a container tag. So head is over, and now we have body. Inside the body there is only one, you can say, statement: welcome to CBSE TechTalks. Body is closed and then the HTML is closed. When this file is opened in a browser, it displays the text welcome to CBSE TechTalks. Next one is XML. XML stands for Extensive Markup Language. Unlike HTML, XML is not used for designing web pages. Instead, XML is used to store, organize, and transfer data. The biggest advantage of XML is that user can create their own tags. For example, student. Under student we have used name, and name is Rahul. Name is again the container tag. Class 11th. So, and then we are closing the tag student. Notice that tags such as student and names are user defined. These are not available with XML. These are user defined. XML is widely used in data exchange between applications. Next one is difference between HTML and XML. Students often get confused between HTML and XML. Let us compare them. HTML is mainly used to display information. XML is mainly used to store and transport information. HTML has predefined tags such as H1, P, and tables. XML allows users to create their own tags. HTML focuses on presentation while XML focuses on storing data. Another important difference is that XML is case sensitive, whereas HTML is generally not. Next one is domain name. Imagine if your website had to be remembered by its IP address such as 142.250.183.46. That would be extremely difficult. Instead, we use domain names. A domain name is a human readable name assigned to a website. For examples, google.com, cbse.gov.in, wikipedia.org. Some common domain extensions are .com, that is for commercial organizations, .edu for educational institutes, .gov for government organizations, .org for non-profit organizations, and .in for India. Domain names make website easy to remember. Next one is URL. URL stands for Uniform Resource Locator. A URL is the complete address of a web page. Consider this example: https://www.example.com/folder/page.html. Now let's break it into parts. HTTPS is the protocol. www.example.com is the domain name. Folder is the directory. Page.html is the web page. Without a URL, a browser cannot locate a specific web page. Next one is website. A website is a collection of related web pages connected through hyperlink. For example, YouTube, Amazon, CBSE websites, Wikipedia. Websites are mainly of two types. The first one is static website, where the content remains the same for every visitor, and the second one is dynamic website, where the content changes according to the user. For example, your Gmail inbox or Amazon recommendations are dynamic because they are personalized. Next one is web browser. Web browser is a software that allows users to access websites. Some popular browsers are Google Chrome, Microsoft Edge, Mozilla Firefox, Safari, Opera. The browser sends a request to the web server, receives the web pages, interprets the HTML code, and displays it in a user-friendly format. Next one is web servers. A web server is a computer or software that stores website files and delivers them when user requests them. Popular web servers software includes Apache, NAINS, Microsoft, IIS. Whenever someone visits a website, the web server processes the request and sends the required web page to the browser. Next one is web hosting. Creating a website is not enough. The website must be stored on a server that is available 24 hours a day. This service is called web hosting. There are four common types: shared hosting, VPS hosting, dedicated hosting, and cloud hosting. For beginners, shared hosting is economically. Large organizations often use cloud or dedicated hosting because they provide better performance and scalability. Working of web. Let us understand the complete process. First, the user enters a URL into the browser. The browser contains the domain name system, which converts the domain name into an IP address. Using the IP address, the browser connects the web servers. The web server sends the requested HTML file back. Finally, the browser interprets the HTML or CSS and JavaScript files and displays the web pages on the screen. This entire process usually happens within a few seconds. Let us quickly revise today's lesson. The World Wide Web is a collection of web pages available through the internet. HTML is used to create web pages. XML is used to store and exchange data. Domain names make websites easy to remember. URLs identify the location of web resources. Web browsers display web pages. Web servers store and deliver web pages. Web hosting keeps website available online. That's all for today's lesson. I hope you know and you have understood of how websites work and the technology behind them. If you found this video helpful, please like, share and subscribe to CBSE Tech Talks. Feel free to leave your questions in the comment section. Thank you for watching and I will see you in the next video.